What's going on, everybody? The Destroyer here, and welcome back to another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth 2, patch 1.08. Today we have a 2v2 on Udun to take a look at. So, let's jump in. We have our first player here, RanDoM, or DRanDoM, whatever. I still don't know what the DU stands for, but RanDoM is there, and he is Men of the West in the bottom right. His ally for this match, also Men of the West, is Luigi. So, seems Mario's brother is up to no good with the Men of the West there in the bottom left. We have in the top left the opposing team, SilverBane as Goblins. And his ally for this match is DerOrk? DerOrk? Sure. As Men of the West as well. There's 3 Men of the West in this game. That's a lot of Men of the West. And of course there's this lonely Goblin player in the top left, who seems to have been spied upon with some elven wood from the enemy team, and then of course he overwrote with his tainted land so that he doesn't have some buffed area around his fortress. So that's a good thing for him. Of course he won't be able to use his tainted land to spy on his enemies though. That's the only downside about doing that, but it's probably better to do so he doesn't have buffed units attacking his base. Anyway, we have Luigi going for his stables here, and RanDoM also going for his stables. Very curious. Both players going for a stables opening. Well, the Goblin player, SilverBane, is going for Goblin Warriors. He'll send those in to their death. Definitely they're going to die if some Condor Knights get out there quickly. They'll deal with those Goblin Warriors easily. And he'll probably have to think of something else to do there. Meanwhile, we have DerOrk going for archers and swordsmen, which is definitely not what he wants against a cavalry start. Oh boy. The bottom team is definitely going to have an advantage here. The element of surprise with the horses, I think. Not only will it shut down the harassment of the Goblin Warriors very easily, but it'll shut down everything that the Northern Men of the West is building. So DerOrk, we're probably going to have to get some pikes out real quick, I think. And as you see there, he easily killed all of those. No problem whatsoever. And DerOrk is getting tower guards now. He does see there is horses on the field. I don't think he knows his opponent though. RanDoM is going horses though as well, so looks like he's gonna get a nice trample off, and oh no, he's decided not to do so. Oh, maybe indecision. It is too juicy of a target though. Definitely want to go for those. Those Gondor archers for sure, killing those, and the Gondor warriors. Look how easily they kill them. Oh man, I'm not used to horses killing guys so easily, but that's quite nice indeed. And that shuts down the attack from DerOrk pretty quickly. He has some tower guards. Of course, they'll never catch these horses, so he's going to have to either get some horses of his own or keep getting an army of pikes or something like that. Looks like RanDoM does have 2 battalions. No, this is actually his opponent, his allies there. Luigi. It looks like the Goblins have responded in kind with their own spiderlings to try and counter these horses. Good choice, as they're one of the only units that can catch these damn horses. Well, I say that, but it seems like they actually can't catch horses in patch 1.08. There we go. We got one. And he'll slowly begin whittling those down, which is good for him. Looks like the Goblin player has lost another one of his tunnels there. Just some horse harass. Same over here. The horses are definitely doing well. Horse start was not a bad choice. And of course they can transition into regular units like RanDoM is doing right now. He's going archers. He's got archers over here helping defend against spiderlings as well. Spiderlings, of course, not very good against arrows, so they die very quickly. And of course, Luigi has also got himself a barracks up, and he's getting some Gondor warriors. Gondor soldiers, rather. That was a very... Oh, I thought that was an enemy farm. If it was, that was very bold, but I don't think so. RanDoM is upgraded to Rohirrim already, so he's got the 2nd tier cavalry units coming out. Of course, his cavalry is not going to do very well against all these pikes, but the Rohirrim can turn into bow mode, which is nice. And then perhaps he should do that before he runs over. Ooh, he's desperately trying to go through and kill the guys in the middle there, and it looks like he managed to do so. He didn't lose the battalions. He lost a few from each, and he can heal those up, of course, as he gets a well. So think all in all, RanDoM made a good decision there. He's got a lot of archers. 4 battalions of archers. Jeez. The enemy needs some cavalry at this point, I'd say. And it looks like Luigi's in a bit of a pickle. He doesn't have... Well, there's some horses to come back and save him. I think it'll be fine now that these horses have been returned. It was a bit worrying for a moment there. We have 1 battalion of gunner soldiers coming down from DerOrk, but of course they're gonna get slaughtered by all those archers. That's a crazy amount of archers. And DerOrk is replenishing his ranks here. With some archers, swordsmen, and pikes. I think at this point he probably doesn't want swordsmen, huh? That'd be my guess. I mean, they're not gonna do him much good. 2 battalions of pikes might have been better than having 1 battalion of swordsmen there. I'm thinking, at least. DerOrk has got his own Rohirrim out in the field, though, so he is able to contend with the enemy now. So that's good. It looks like the common player SilverBane has got himself Spider Riders. Very nice indeed. Spider Riders are good for countering Gondor Knights, I'd say. They probably do enough damage to kill them fairly quickly, I'd imagine. I'm not entirely sure of the unit balancing of 1.08, which is better, Gondor Knights or Spider Riders. Probably Spider Riders, I would imagine. They're better in most patches. They're very fast, they do a lot of damage. They die very quickly, though, of course. Gondor Knights aren't that good either. Although Gondor Knights in patch 1.08 seem pretty good, I gotta admit. They're definitely not useless, like a lot of some other patches. They're not useless per se in other patches. Just they tend to have a slower trample in other patches and they don't do as well. I feel. Could be wrong there. RanDoM's got himself a good position here with a battalion of Porcupine Tower Guards and a lot of archers. Even with those Porcupine Tower Guards, I think if he's careful enough, DerOrk could get a really nice run through on all these archers. It could be glorious and it could be messy. He's got to be very careful though. He's got to be careful to keep in mind of delay and of course lag and what have you. That's why he's being very, very cautious. Both teams having a bit of a face-off here. And it seems the bottom player is doing well, I'd say. We've got half-troll marauders out in the field now, which are very good against horses, of course. They can't be trampled, but they can stab through horses like butter, so they should do well. Definitely, because half-troll marauders are very strong unit.
They're coming straight for us.
We get the Cave Bat summon over the army of RanDoM here, debuffing him. SilverBane has gone for, obviously, Cave Bat staying land. He's got 3 power points, 394, 450 used right now. We have his ally DerOrk here on the top right. He's got Elven Wood, Rally Call, 1 power point, and about 500 of 600 used. So he's continuing to pour out the troops. RanDoM has himself 11 power points. He's got Elven Wood, 688 and 750 command points. Of 750. He's continuing to get power points as well. And Luigi, his ally, he's doing combat down here. He's got himself a Rohirrim. Well, yes, he does have a Rohirrim. He has an Eomer as well, though. Ooh, looks like he's... Oh, he's got 1 Rohirrim out of there. He could heal that up. Anyway, he's got some Hobbits, Elven Wood, and 268 of 600. So his army size is definitely very small. Luigi could be in trouble, I think. Maybe. If Goblins keep pressuring him, maybe. Although he is summoning Hobbits here. And Eomer is doing fairly well. Holding the fort. He does have a well here to heal up his unit battalions, which is very good. Definitely what he needed. I think Eomer just bit the big one. That's unfortunate. So, of course, he's going to need his Eomer back. It's going to cost him a little bit. We have Athelian Rangers here for RanDoM now. He's doing a great job of keeping his guys safe with his pikes. Definitely want to do that. The better you can be at keeping your pikemen in with your archers, the safer you'll be in the long run, of course. And it looks like SilverBane has sent some goblins over here to help with the harassment. He's got himself a nice little placed tunnel here, so he can easily aid his ally in battle. And it looks like DerOrk has also got himself a well. I'd imagine RanDoM has one too. No, RanDoM actually doesn't have a well. But then again, he's not really, no, he has been harassing with Rohirrim, I guess. I don't know. Because he has opted not to get one yet. But he doesn't seem like he's in any trouble, I don't think. So, not as big of a deal. Looks like DerOrk is going to get a farm there, which is nice for him. He's also above his Rohirrim, so they will, of course, slay RanDoM's Rohirrim if he stays there and engages. While Luigi is pushing in on SilverBane over here in the top left. The hobbits have despawned though. That should make things a little bit easier. He just got himself a nice little position here, but it's probably not going to be enough, I don't think. Spider Rider's trying to go through there. Tower guards are picking them apart a bit. Although the cave bats are seeming to be debuffing them pretty heavily. So they're not taking too much damage, which is good for him. But he will want to get rid of those tower guards post haste. RanDoM still being very aggressive. And DerOrk definitely on the defensive here. He's been defensive on the defensive all game. He's trying to attack though. You gotta give him credit for that at least. He has sent out his Rohirrim and his Eomer. But don't think it's gonna be enough really. The combined horse armada. Armada? I guess that would. That's the Spanish word for army or something. Army, whatever. Of horses from RanDoM and Luigi, I think they'll be fine there. Ooh, nice run through on the Goblin Warriors. You gotta love that. It's the little crunch sound they make. It's glorious. We need fire arrows here. Unfortunately, equipped to a battalion of unprotected Ithilien Rangers, and they will get crushed and also net 12 resources per kill, which is pretty nice actually for the goblins there. Scavenger definitely going into effect. As you see, he's got Scavenger, which is excellent. DerOrk, his ally, now has Tom Bombadil. RanDoM saving for a 15 power point, it looks like, and as is Luigi. He's got himself 6 power points, so he's on his way. Oh, those Ithiliens don't have any tower guards. Where's the tower guards in the northern team? He might even benefit from having another barracks at this point, I think, DerOrk. But maybe not. If you can't really afford to spam troops, so there would be no point in making multiple barracks. Something I personally don't take into account when building multiple barracks. It's like, can I afford to fund these? No. I'm gonna do it anyway. Because that's the destroyer way, of course. It's not a good thing to do in practice. We're getting a nice spear throw there, I think. Maybe. There's a single half-troll marauder here. The loneliest half-troll you'll ever see. It looks like goblins do have enough to push back the men of the west over here on the top. There is a pretty decent spear throw, getting a few guys there. Eomer is definitely very useful. He always does pretty well. As long as you keep him alive. He gives you, of course, the money once you get outlaw leadership. It's essentially a scavenger for men of the west. Of course, having that spear throw is very nice. And you can also go around and harass and also buff your horses. Eomer is just one of the more useful heroes, in my opinion, for the men of the west. I think he does wonders. Who is this? Oh, it's just a little peon, pedestrian, whatever you want to call it. Civilian, that's the word I'm looking for on the map. Peon. Not quite. Well, I guess maybe. But yeah, definitely the southern team has the advantage in this game. They're doing quite well. We do have a Faramir here from RanDoM over here. Up to level 3, up to no good. Ooh, I could have ever stopped there. This hospital's torn in pieces. There's a lot of horses. I mean, at this point, it might be just beneficial for the goblins to just go for spiderlings, maybe, and spider riders and half-troll marauders only. Maybe not even building any goblin warriors whatsoever. They do help fill the ranks out, but at the same time, are they being beneficial? Possibly not. Seems we're getting a little bit of lag, and probably built into the replay a little bit. Only slightly though. Or it could have been my PC hiccuping, who knows? It's hard to say sometimes. Something tells me it's not my PC though. And we do have tower guards here, which are trying their best to defend these civilians. Defended about half of the civilians battalion, unfortunately. Maybe it is my thing here. Oh, just in case if it was my software, I restarted. So if it persists, it's not on my end. It's persisting. Damn it. Anyway, we do have some siege being built up from RanDoM and from Luigi over here. I have a feeling this game will be coming to a close soon anyway. So, it's fine. If RanDoM would keep this, of course, trebuchet defended, he will take down the fort with ease. And him and his ally have so many horses. Well, RanDoM has a lot less horses. He has more army-based army, as where well, Luigi still has a pretty big army-based army, but he has a lot of horses in conjunction with that. And I think they should easily be able to defend. Well, not this trebuchet per se, but the siege works from the future trebuchets maybe. That one, unfortunately, not so much. Ooh, we have a Drogoth the Dragon Lord being recruited out from SilverBane. That could be useful. He does have to be careful though. There are a bunch of Junodine Rangers being summoned in here. Looks like they did use their long shot abilities that they come stocked with, which is good. This level 3 farm is going to be the first to fall, it looks like, as he's targeting that one down. Trebuchets do a lot less damage when you don't have the fire upgrade. But if they're left there for a long period of time, of course they will get what they're going for. Slowly but surely, DerOrk is losing his farm. Drogoth, oh, he could just swoop down and destroy that trebuchet, but he has to be very cautious. There's so many Rangers here. Drogoth would die very easily. I think if he could have probably went and destroyed that if he went already in the area of the enemy. Alternatively, he could fire blast it. It looks like the hobbits are trying to deal with it, and hobbits and Boromir actually managed to get to that trebuchet and now flee. Although I think Boromir is going to fall here. Oh, and DerOrk has quit out of the game there. He's demolished his buildings. GG for him. Looks like SilverBane will probably be following suit here very shortly, as he is heavily outnumbered, heavily outmatched, and of course has sieging his stuff, which is never good for him. Got towers as well being thrown up to help fortify the position of the siege works. Just shows the power of 2 men of the West. Pretty strong. They can be very good, especially late game. Of course, the men of the West are just so versatile in everything. You got pretty good pikes in the way of tower guards. They got very good cavalry. Actually, some of the best cavalry, if not the best in the game. Of course, in the way of Rohirrim. And Gondor Knights, of course, seem pretty effective as well. They got lots of heroes. All of them pretty decent in their own way. And their soldiers are alright, you know. The Tholian Rangers are excellent. I think the Men of the West are one of the better teams, in my opinion. But every team has their own uniqueness. Goblins, of course, have very good stuff to them as well. Spam, very strong. Half-troll marauders, trolls, giants, spider riders are great. Stuff like that. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough for this game. And soon he will lose his fort here to these 2 trebuchet. I hate silent T's at the end of words. I don't know why it is trebuchet. It's a French word, I think, which is probably a reasonable thing to say. It sounds French to say. Well, who knows? I'm neither a grammar Nazi nor give a shit. So, there you go. And we got a Watcher being summoned in the army of Luigi there. And SilverBane has been defeated. Pretty good. So Southern team takes that game, so Luigi and RanDoM are victorious. Very nice. Pretty good little 2v2. But I'd definitely say the Southern team had the advantage in that game for most of the game. if not the whole game. Their cavalry start set them up for success very well, so it definitely worked out for them. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that match, and I will see you guys in the next cast of patch 1.08 of the Battle Familiars 2. See you all next time.